Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. I'm just going to dive into Cardano. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. Thank you to each and every single one of you for everything you do. So at the minute we have closed under this 050 at 178. You see this close yesterday. That actually closed at 177, so a cent under, which is quite a negative thing. And like I said to you, if you do lose this support just here and start hitting your head, I would anticipate that you're going to come down and you're looking for the 0618 and potentially a little wick down to this trend line that I've given you, okay, which is a level of resistance just there. It's a key level of resistance that you melted through and not necessarily back test the support. So always have that on your radar. Whenever you see you break through resistance, basically you do usually come back to it as support. There's quite a high statistic on it. I need to do some research because I do see it quite a lot, to be honest with you. Does it have to happen? Of course not. You know, can you hold this support? Bitcoin bounce and Cardano follow suit? Absolutely. You know, absolutely. So there's no guarantees. We are losing the key level support though. The close below that is quite negative, to be honest with you. Like I said to you, you got your little close there, and what happened? You came back up, relief rally, ran into 236, and eventually you rolled and you came down to 050. So it's a game of fibs basically. So if you do start to hit your head, you're coming under this, you're hitting your head, I would anticipate that minimal 0618 at 156 is what Cardano is looking for. Okay, but I want to reassure you that it's all perfectly healthy, because what you're doing is you're retracing to a nominal level of support for the continuation of the trend that you're in. You're retracing, okay? That's basically what these projects do. You come up impulsively, you retrace to a key level of support, and then you start to flip the switch, and then you form a new impulsive wave to the upside. And like I said to you, the deeper you retrace, the greater the impulsive pace, the greater the upside basically. So one thing we always look at, okay, especially on the weekly, okay, zoom out on the weekly, you can see that you're losing a 20 at the moment. So you can see your next critical level of support is this red line, which is a 55 EMA, which Cardano, to be honest with you, has not back tested since here last September, when you had this rollover, this correction, you tightened up and then you were gone. So it could actually be looking for the 55 retest. Okay, for me, I'm still bullish on Cardano. The only time at which I'll start to become bearish and think that you're rolling into a bear market is if you do come down here, okay, and you start hitting your head on the 55. For me, that's negative. That's always indicative that you're switching the trend basically, because at the minute you're consolidating, looking for support, and if you start to lose the 55, start hitting your head, that's your downtrend, that's your bear market. Do you understand that? But you're not getting that yet. You're far from that, and just because it's the possibility is there, I'm not screaming bear market at you, because you're not losing any structure so far. You're coming down to a nominal level of support, looking for continuation. So the RSI on the weekly, like I said to you, there's a whopping bullish divergence that's starting to form just there, you know, with this lower low in the RSI and then higher low in the price action, you know. So at some point Cardano will find support and it will bounce, even if it puts in a relief rally to come back up. You know, they call it a dead cat bounce, because you're rolling here, you're rolling. Look at this roll, this is unbelievable. You just roll, and this offers optimal opportunity and entry point. Okay, you've got your beautiful bullish divergence which is starting to form. You've actually lost this trend line just here, which is always acted as a key level support, okay, in an uptrend, and you can see, look at the pure capitulation on this trend line just there. Okay, imagine being able to come back and buy at these levels on this trend line. So let's say, for example, Cardano did roll here and come all the way down. If it came down to this trend line, what an opportunity that would be, because it always bounces there. Look at the capitulation of Corona, where it found support, just there. Look at the bear market low, where did it find support? Just there. So this is your low, and that is down there at 34.85 on the weekly. If ever you see it, you know, if I'm not around making videos and you see Cardano come down to that particular level, you know, not financial advice, but load up. So yeah, Cardano's looking really, really good. One thing I'm going to show you right now, I know it's not looking good because you're coming down, but it's perfectly normal. It's what it does. You're going to find a key level support before continuation. What we're going to do right now is look at the daily time frame just there. I'm going to show you that something called the Gaussian channel, okay, GC, the Gaussian channel. To get it into your charts, you type for Gaussian channel like that, okay, with DW in brackets. Drop it in. It's a great little indicator. And you can see, if you look back at the history of the Gaussian channel, when it's red and you're underneath it, hitting your head, offers optimal entry points. Look at that. So right now, you're red, you're hitting your head, optimal entry point, you know, for the continuation of the trend. Look at this, rollover, down here, optimal entry point, see you later. Down here, optimal entry point, see you later. You're putting in a bullish divergence on the weekly. Something is going to give. You come into a key level support. So as ugly and horrible as it is, Cardano is actually coiling up for some kind of breakout basically, you know, on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame, sorry. You know, if we take a look at the previous correction just there, I mean, look at that as a whopping correction. Came up, ran into resistance. Look, you've not done any of that yet. You've not had any uptick whatsoever. You've just sort of rolled over, you know, and not really had any uptick. You've had a little bit of uptick there, ran into the medium line of resistance of the Gaussian, and right now you're under it, hitting your head. You know, you are hitting your head on the 20 as well. So, you know, this is the daily time frame. What you need to see is some kind of bottom out structure just there, which essentially we could look at it as some kind of bottom out structure. Let's have a look. You know, some kind of higher low just there. Let's have a look at the daily RSI. Again, you're getting a bullish divergence on the daily RSI. You know, slight bullish divergence there because you've got lower lows on the candlesticks, and then you've got the high lows in the RSI. Do you see that? So that's a kind of bullish divergence. You're going to get a bounce at some point. At some point there will be a bounce here, and that could be the catalyst and the low in this bull market for Cardano moving forward, you know. So yeah, like I said, it's fear. Buy blood, buy fear. Don't buy greed, don't buy FOMO, don't buy big green candles, you get big red dildos. You know, these are the optimal entry points in this bull market. Okay, look, optimal entry point down here, optimal entry point down here. It's not financial advice, nothing to say is financial advice, but Cardano is coming down. You're creating a huge bullish divergence on the weekly. Something is going to give, isn't it? And you're retracing to a nominal level of support right now for Cardano. So that's basically Cardano. I hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong. But for me, this is your key level support at 149, and you can see if you do start to lose this now, which you are, technically you are, you closed below the 050, and if you continue to hit your head and you see a roll in the market, you've got 2 levels of support right there, and that could actually be your low for Cardano in this bull market. Okay, let me drop this in for you just there, and that could be absolute optimal entry point for Cardano moving forward in this bull run, and it's come all the way down to the golden ratio and bounced basically. So that's Cardano. Hope you enjoyed the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone. Bye bye.